Vertigo, directed by Alfred Hitchcock in 1958, is a psychological thriller that explores themes of obsession, identity, and deception. The story centers on John Scotty Ferguson, a former San Francisco police detective played by James Stewart. Scotty suffers from severe acrophobia, or fear of heights, which developed after a traumatic incident during a rooftop chase. In that opening sequence, Scotty pursues a suspect across city rooftops, but his vertigo causes him to freeze, leading to the death of a fellow officer who tries to save him. This event forces Scotty into early retirement, haunted by guilt and his debilitating condition. Scotty attempts to rebuild his life with the help of his old friend and ex-fiancée, Midge Wood, portrayed by Barbara Bel Geddes. Midge, a practical and caring artist, designs braziers for a living and remains supportive, though their romantic past lingers awkwardly. One day, Scotty receives an unexpected visit from Gavin Elster, an old college acquaintance, played by Tom Helmore. Elster, a wealthy shipbuilder, confides in Scotty about his wife, Madeline, whom he believes is possessed by the spirit of her great-grandmother, Carlota Baldis. According to Elster, Madeline exhibits strange behaviors, wandering the city in trances, visiting places tied to Carlotta life and tragic suicide. Elster fears for Madeline's safety and hires Scotty to shadow her discreetly, hoping to uncover the truth behind her apparent mental instability. Reluctant at first, due to his retirement, Scotty agrees to the job, drawn by curiosity and a sense of purpose. He begins tailing Madeline, played ethereally by Kim Novak, through the foggy streets of San Francisco. Madeline, elegant blonde beauty, a mysterious aura captivates Scotty immediately. He follows her to an art museum where she gazes obsessively at a portrait of Carlota Valdez, a 19th century woman who drowned herself after losing her child. Madeline hairstyle and bouquet mirror those in the painting, deepening the eerie connection. Scotty tracks her to a flower shop, a hotel, and finally to the Mission San Juan Bautista, where Carlota lived. At McKittrick Hotel, Madeline seems to vanish like a ghost, adding to the supernatural intrigue. The surveillance intensifies when Madeline drives to the Golden Gate Bridge and plunges into the icy waters of San Francisco Bay. In an apparent suicide attempt, Scotty, compelled by growing affection, dives in to rescue her. He brings the unconscious woman back to his apartment, undresses her to warm her up, and cares for her until she awakens. This intimate encounter sparks a romantic bond between them. Madeline confesses fragmented memories of her trances, including visions of a Spanish mission and a grave. Scotty, now deeply involved emotionally, vows to help her unravel the mystery. They visit the redwood forests, where ancient trees symbolize eternity, and Madeline speaks of feeling like she has lived before. Their relationship blossoms amid San Francisco iconic landmarks, but Madeline's obsessions escalate. In a pivotal scene, they travel to the Mission San Juan Bautista again. Madeline, in a trance, races up the bell tower stairs. Scotty pursues her, but his vertigo paralyzes him halfway up, forcing him to watch helplessly as she leaps from the top to her death. Devastated, Scotty blames himself for failing to save her, plunging into profound depression and guilt. After Madeline's demise, Scotty undergoes psychiatric treatment, tormented by nightmares of falling and the swirling patterns that represent his vertigo. Midge visits him in the hospital, trying to pull him back to reality with humor and affection, but Scotty remains withdrawn. Upon release, he wanders the city, haunted by memories of Madeline. He spots women who resemble her, fixating on their appearances. One day, he encounters Judy Barton, also played by Kim Novak, a brunette shopgirl from Kansas with striking similarities to Madeline. Though coarser in demeanor, intrigued and obsessed, Scotty approaches Judy and convinces her to date him. Judy, initially resistant, agrees, but harbors a secret. She is the woman who impersonated Madeline in Elster's elaborate murder scheme. Flashbacks reveal that Elster hired Judy to pose as his wife, staging the possession story to cover the real Madeline murder. The body that fell from the tower was the actual wife, thrown by Elster. While Judy escaped unnoticed, Judy falls genuinely in love with Scotty during the deception, and now struggles with her guilt and desire to confess. Scotty, unaware of the truth, becomes consumed with transforming Judy into Madeline image. He insists she'll dye her hair blonde, wear the same clothes, and adopt the same hairstyle. Judy resists at first, pleading to be loved for who she is, but relents out of love for him. The makeover culminates in a hotel room scene where Judy emerges fully as Madeline Dope and they embrace passionately. However, a crucial slipper necklace from Carlotta collection that Judy wears triggers Scotty's realization of the plot. Enraged and determined to confront the past, Scotty drives Judy back to the Mission San Juan Bautista. He forces her up the bell tower stairs, overcoming his vertigo through sheer willpower and anger. At the top, Judy confesses everything: Elster plan, the murder, her role as the decoy. She begs for forgiveness, professing her love. In a moment of panic, a shadowy figure non appears, startling Judy, who steps backward and falls to her death, mirroring the earlier tragedy. Scotty, left staring down from the tower ledge, achieves a bittersweet cure from his acrophobia, but at the cost of profound loss. The film's masterful use of color, innovative camera techniques like the dolly zoom to simulate vertigo, and Bernard Herrmann's haunting score elevate it to a cinematic masterpiece. It delves into the human psyche, questioning reality, love, and the dangers of idealization. Vertigo initially received mixed reviews, but is now hailed as one of the greatest films ever made, influencing countless directors.